Hello, my name is Scott Von Holzen, and you can see my art at scottvonholzen.com, or you can follow me on my blog site at scottvonholzen.org. I'm in my studio with two of my latest paintings, and if you hear some background noise, that's my bird, my double-yellow Amazon blossom. She's annoying, but that's something I have to deal with besides everything else. Anyway, here is a painting I made based on a Scottish folk song, and it's called The Water is Wide, and below that is While My Guitar Gently Weeps by George Harrison. That's from the Beatles' White Album. And these two paintings kind of reflect my style, how it's changed just recently. I have decided to spread out canvases. And the background has always been an issue about what to do with the background. I know what to do with the music, how I want my music to flow here, but what do I do with the background? I just, I make, I draw, take a blade, pull paint across it, I stripe it, I do all kinds of stuff to try to create some kind of background just so that the music has some kind of support, I guess you would call it. And that has worked a lot. I mean, of course it works a lot because it gives a foundation for the music. So if the person wants to hang this on the wall, which is easier, you can easily hang it on the wall, and that's where this work belongs. It should be hung in people's living rooms or in their homes and in their special places, But I decided. I had this conflict with the background, back and forth. What do I do with the background? What do I do with the background? So you saw my style. If you look at my art, the history of my art, if you go to scottvonholzen.com, you can go back and see from the beginning how my art has changed with the backgrounds. Look at the backgrounds. See how that's changed. And it will still always be that. I'm always going to have backgrounds. But I decided to use these aluminum strips here and let the music kind of float into areas of the canvas. In other words, when I first started doing painting, I was using like a strict 2x4 foot canvases or 3x4 foot canvases, and I had to find the right kind of music to fit in that spaces of those canvases. And that was the rule. The music had to fit in those spaces. And then after a while, I discovered that when I want to do bigger phrases that, oh my gosh, I need more room here. So that's when I started using multiple canvases. And when I'm using multiple canvases, especially because music is horizontal, that made a lot of sense. That really worked well. And that evolved. And then I discovered that maybe I could be a little more three-dimensional. So then I put canvases out front of other canvases, or on top, or at bottom, to try to create more of a three-dimensional and let the music kind of flow, I guess, off a little bit of the canvas, because some songs it just worked out that way because I'm limited in canvas size. I don't custom make my own canvases. I just buy what's commercially available. So that created a problem on a number of songs because the music was I had to put screw on pieces of canvas to make the pieces work. You can see that a lot in my Vivaldi series, the Four Seasons, and that works. It works fine when you especially in bigger pieces when you use bigger canvases. But it has its restrictions, and I wanted to get away from that. And Blue Rondo, that's a good one to look at for see how I let the music flow across, and I just put canvases to fit in those spaces where the music was going. That's a good example of that. But then I don't know how I came up with this. It just happened. By using these aluminum strips, I can do whatever I want to do. I can just open up the space in there. Let the music float across the space between the canvases. And that seemed to be, wow, that's cool. I like that idea. Because it freed me up. It lets the music go up and down wherever the heck it wants to go. I can just make it go. Whatever. I can let it go off the canvas. I can let it go duck down, and these are two small examples. I did my theme song. That was just done before these, I don't know, a month or two ago. That one you really can see the music flow off. But these are actual canvases that I want to sell, so they have to be smaller and under 40 inches. shipping is expensive nowadays, and I had to figure out some ways to make smaller canvases, but make them powerful and strong, and reach out to a person. Unlike in the past when I made smaller canvases, I actually reduced the size of my music to fit the size of the canvas. And now I decided, I ain't doing that. I'm just gonna let the music size go whatever I want. You know, I can, and don't worry about it. Don't worry about balancing the background and the music. Just let it go. And that is what I got. And this is a nice size. As far as my music, I like the size of this music that flows here, and the background seems to work well with it. So, by spreading these canvases, by putting the lumen back here, I create a nice, pretty background. I can let the music float across. It's technical. It takes a lot of work to do this. I spent half my time building these artworks, and half my time painting them. But that really works for me. I have the tools to do that. One other thing I just discovered just recently was the words have always been a problem with me. I love using words in my artwork. Especially words that come from the music, so that connects the music to the viewer. Because they say, "Oh, I know the words are from that song." But my words, I want to make sure when I use my words that they don't do a direct reference to that music. Just like my notes are not direct. This is not sheet music here. These are not direct references to that music. These are all separate from that. This is different from music. This is not music. This is it just kind of gives you a feel, a closeness to the music, but not being actually the music itself. And my words always confuse, because how do I fit them in on these small canvases? On bigger canvases, there's all kind of space on it. Well, I decided, I can see here as an example, where I ran out of space, where I want to put the wall. I just added a piece of wood on here, and I said, wow, that works. And now I take it to a different level. On this word, while my guitar generally weaves, I just let my words drop, put it where I want. But I'm lower than just a couple words in that. You know, I just wanted more. I wanted to be more. I looked at my earlier works. I took photographs of some of my earlier works, and I was kind of freer in my drawing. I was kind of more flowing and giving that music, because music's like that. Music isn't rigid. You know? When people play music, they have to put their little style in it. It gives it their sound, you know. So I wanted to do the same thing. I wanted to do more of that. And I can see this as part of the change that's happening now, just recently. And one thing is, I always notice that people rarely say anything about my words in my canvas. They never even mention them. And I think the words are the most powerful, because my words can say more than just what the music says. And that's the idea. I want my words to say more than just what the music is about. So, on this canvas, I wanted it to be more like, I don't know, more free with my words. Let's just say that. And I picked phrases from the music of while my guitar gently weaves. But these words could be anywhere on the internet. I always Google the words to make sure they don't just attach to that music. So anybody can say every mistake, or everybody can say, look at you, or nobody told you. Anybody can say that. It's just common terms. Yes, there are those words that show up in that music, but they're common terms. They can show up anywhere. And wow, did that make things cool. That opened things up a lot. I feel freedom. I can just use the words I want. I can use a main set of words if I want to have like a main theme for the thing, for the painting, but then I can just put in a little other word, just add a little interest and a little splash, give me more depth to the word. So that's what I've done in here. This artwork. It's leading the way. So that's pretty much it. These are two of my best small little paintings, and they're for sale. If you go to my Etsy site, which would be Art and Music Paintings, you can actually purchase these two canvases, either one of them, which would be glad to ship to you anywhere in the United States. Anyhow, my name is Scott Von Holzen. You can find me on my art at scottvonholzen.com, or follow me on my blog site, scottvonholzen.org. Thank you.